Hi, friends, for any part of the world. Today I start with a friend of Brazil, Joao. How are you, Joao?
I'm fine, and you?
Fine, very well. Well, tell me about you. You are
Uh,
a collector, right?
what?
A collector of vinyls and video games.
Yes, I am a collector of vinyl here from Brazil, and video games and comic books, uh, and it's what I like to do.
Oh, nice, nice. Do you have a big collection of Beatles, right?
Yes, 40 vinyls approximate.
Yes, it's very, very big. Um, Tell me about the video games. What do you prefer? Classic video games, new video games? Uh, Tell me some titles.
I am a great fan from Nintendo. I have the Nintendo 8 bits, and Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and until the last Nintendo Wii U was the last one I bought.
Yeah, nice. And you only love Nintendo, or do you have any console like PC One or another?
I have video games from Sega and a PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2.
Nice, nice. Well, in Costa Rica was very nostalgic console because in the times in I think 2000 2004 is one of the well all the children in Costa Rica wanted a console like a PlayStation or one, two, three in that moment.
Yes. And here in Brazil, people are buying PlayStation 4, Xbox One, but I keep trying searching for old video games. I prefer the old video games.
Yeah, it's very nice because well the in that in that years like the people in the world prefer other video games, right? Like well Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, but it's
Yeah.
really expensive.
This, here in Brazil, PlayStation 5 is like the price of the car. Or you
Uh,
search to buy a car or a video game.
yeah. Well, tell me about the culture in with the vinyl, the video games in Brazil, because you told me it's very expensive, right? Than
Yes,
other countries.
everything here in Brazil is very expensive. The video games, vinyl, until food. uh, Vinyls used here in Brazil from Beatles, you pay 150, 200 in used vinyls. It is a very expensive price. About video games, there are times when the prices are not so high, but at the moment the price is just growing up. Very, very, very. The old video games is the most expensive now.
Okay. And do you have well, what is your favorite video game in Nintendo?
My favorite video game is the Super Nintendo. Was my first video game.
Yeah. Well, you told me was I think it's Mario, right?
Yes,
The
in Nintendo 8-bit, Super Mario Bros. 3
yeah, yeah,
is
it's
my
the
favorite
classic.
game. It's the classic.
Yeah, and well, maybe
Take a look the
Uh,
content cover.
yeah, it's very vintage, right?
Yes.
Yes, I did remember when when I have a, I think I have a Super Nintendo with Street Fighter and Donkey Kong 2, I think. Yeah, I I I had, yeah. But I think was like 13 years ago. And I
Oh,
used when I moved into my new house.
yes. Uh,
You can hear me.
can you repeat, please?
and and tell me, what do you prefer in the in your collection? You have CDs? Com-
Just someone. I
you
think I
prefer
have
the
10 CDs, just
yeah, a few. Do you prefer the vinyl?
the vinyl. Yes, I always bought in vinyl.
Yes, it's better. Well, in my case, I bought the two format because many of the titles of many albums only is in CD or vinyl. I sometimes I need to buy the two format. But well, in my opinion, it's better the vinyl.
Yeah, I prefer the vinyl.
Yes,
The price of CD here
and
in Brazil
the mhm.
is isn't too cheap. Like if you compare with vinyl, but I still prefer vinyl.
And
Uh,
well, tell me about the comics. What is the price of the comic in Brazil?
comic books here in Brazil is not too expensive. I like Shazam. Is my favorite superhero. You can find in used stores. It's not too expensive to buy.
Yeah.
But
Um, how many comics do you have?
I have a lot of comics from DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Bonelli Comics, Tex Wheeler. I don't know if you know. Image Comics like Spawn. It's my number one.
Oh, very nice.
Todd McFarlane write and draw all the histories is very very good. uh,
Yeah. And tell me about the the music in Brazil. How is the culture with the music with international concert or events? Tell me about that.
Here in Brazil, there are a lot of bad songs. Brazilian music, in the great majority, is very, very bad. For me, in my opinion. Uh, there is samba, pagode, everything's trash. But there are good singers like Raul Seixas, it's a rock and roll. Tim Maia is soul music. And I don't like a lot of Brazilian music. I
Okay.
prefer international music.
Yeah. 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 Well, I know a little of Brazilian bands. Well, in the case of well, one of my favorite bands of power metal is Angra from Brazil.
Oh yes, Angra is a great band. I went in three concerts from them here in Brazil. The singer and the age was, I forget the name. Oh my god. The last singer in Angra, I don't remember his name.
Edu Falaschi.
Fast, yes. There on concert I was, he played Pegasus Fantasy during 9 minutes.
Yes, well, in my case, I only meet Fabio Lione from the last singer. Um, well, I meet like 2 times with with um, well, the first was with Vision Divine, and the second was with Rhapsody Reunion. Members originally of Angra, Kiko Loureiro, in a clinic in Costa Rica. I think was like 10 years ago, or like yeah, like 2 years ago, and was very funny because he was play like uh, little parts of songs of Angra, but when he comes to Costa Rica, he um, he played the I think was one of the I think the third solo album of Kiko, but was really funny because he played with a musician of Costa Rica.
Yeah, he's a great guitarist. I think he's playing in Megadeth now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I I seen Kiko with Megadeth in in a festival in Mexico, Heaven and Hell Fest. Yeah, like for 3 or 5 years ago. It was really amazing the show.
yes, I think it was very good.
Yeah,
Uh, do you know the band called Sepultura?
Sepultura. Yes, I.
It's a Brazilian
Uh,
band.
yes, Sepultura. I seen the show of the Cavalera brothers, a Cavalera conspiracy,
Yes,
but
very good
was
too.
but was very crazy in Costa Rica because the show is started like 2 a.m. and the concert after and the concert was program like 8 p.m. of the day before, and was very crazy because the people was hungry with the promoter, and many people left the concert. It was very crazy, and the meet and greet was canceled because was the 2 a.m. and was very crazy, and after the promoter left the event, and I don't know what happened with that promoter, but that crazy was very awful. The songs of the band was really amazing, but the promoter, the all the schedule of the program was really bad, and But well, Sepultura, I think in Costa Rica went like one time with the with the formation and with the brothers Cavalera, like two times I think. With first with the Cavalera conspiracy, and after with the tour of I think was Arise. I think was like 1 years ago or two.
All
Yes,
right.
Arise.
Very good vinyl. Here in
Yes.
Brazil, we have this problem too with the time with shows. The first Angra show I went to is market to start 8 p.m. and it was start 3 p.m. We was very bad. Was very bad. And I have this one here too. The first,
Morbid Visions, I think is the first.
the first. There's an EP before, but this is the first with the band. That's a cool vinyl.
That contains the Troops of Dawn. I think is the name of the song.
Troops
And
of Doom. The best
yeah,
music of this vinyl.
yeah, that song is very crazy because it started with like a drum solo, very
Yeah,
crazy. Yes, I left Sepultura. I think I had in my collection like two or three, and some things or Soulfly. I think is the name of the band, and I have the first and the second album of the Cavalera Conspiracy, but I sold all the material,
oh.
all the stuff. Yeah. And tell me about the well, you have a very good collection of heavy metal, right? And power metal.
Yes, I start my collection with Iron Maiden.
Oh, nice.
When I was 12 years old,
The first.
uh, I saw a drawing of Yeti, and I think, oh, it's amazing. I need to know what is this. And one day I was work with my father, and at the end of that day, the boss of my father give me 10 reais or money. And in the same street there was a CD store, and I bought my first Iron Maiden CD. I have never seen nothing like that.
Yeah, very nice. I remember well in my case my first well I so old but I remember my first Iron Maiden CD was the Rock in Rio.
Rock and Rio.
Rock in
Here in
Rio.
Brazil.
Yeah, I bought in that time the well the name of the brand was Hipermas, but after is right now is Walmart, and I bought the my first album of Iron Maiden. It was Rock in Rio, and I started my collection of Iron Maiden with Rock in Rio, Dance of Death, and yes, I think it was with Killers.
Killers is. I prefer Paul Diano singing. He's my favorite vocalist from Iron Maiden.
Yes, Paul with Iron Maiden was very crazy. I think it's more punk, like a
More
punk.
fun, more fast in the
Yes,
song.
yes, and
My
is
first vinyl was this one here from Iron Maiden. The
number
number
of
of.
beats.
But I have the Killers too here.
Yes, the first two are very crazy. I think um, well, the guitars, the composition, well, the voice of Paul is very amazing in the both. I think more in the second album with
Yeah,
the with well all the album is very amazing,
very
really.
amazing. I love it. My two favorite vinyls from Iron Maiden. The first, the second. Bruce
Yeah,
Dickinson too is a good vocalist, but Paul Dayano is very bad.
yeah.
I don't like the era of Blaze Bailey. I don't like.
Uh,
Don't look like Iron Maiden.
yeah, I collected, but what I sold too. My collection of Black Bailey. I have many of Wolfsbane. I think is the name of the band, and so of the band Blaze Bailey and Blaze. Was very crazy because the song is very fine, but like you told me, it's very different than the Paul Diano or Bruce Dickinson. Is other
Yeah.
completely different. But it's a really nice singer.
Yes, he is a great singer, but in Iron Maiden, when he plays Iron Maiden looks like another band, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yes. Yes.
But he's a good singer.
Yes. He. Well, I remember he had a really good album. It's called "Soundtrack of My Life." I think it's like a compilation album with some acoustic tracks. And well, in the acoustic, he's well. I think it's better than Bruce Dickinson and Paul Diano. But I think it's the voice. He's very he is a stronger voice than Paul and well Bruce. Bruce is better than because I think he's a tenor, but well in the acoustic is better. I think Blaze.
Cool, cool. Uh, do you like power metal? Yes.
Yes. I sold many of my stuff, but I left. Oh yes, the Walls of Jericho of Halloween.
That's my favorite band of all time.
Yes,
uh,
I sold many of my stuff of Halloween, but I in my collection I left the I think it's the uh, this is very difficult to find in the store. Vision Divine is a
yeah,
band
duh.
of
Yes.
Vision Divine, and I think I have some. This is the some Rhapsody.
Rhapsody is a great band.
Yeah, this is in the book is signed yeah, by the guys. Oh, fuck.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice. I don't have any stuff signed. No one.
yeah. I have many things of the band. This is yesterday. I think was like anniversary of the power of the dragon flame. Very
Oh,
nice. Yeah,
amazing
this
album.
is the two editions with this edition is with the bonus DVD. And I have many things of power metal, but yes, I well, I have some stuff of Angra, um, Rhapsody, um, Vision Divine. Vision Divine is one of my favorite bands of power metal. Um, Labyrinth from Italy is
Every
very
very good.
very fine. Um, and I think, well, in this with the pandemic, I think the best album of metal in that moment is the new album of Labyrinth. Is very stronger than other works, and well, that album with the project of Olaf with Mark Ols, Shining Black is very amazing project.
Very, very nice. I am stopped at the time. I just hearing old bands, old albums. I need
Yeah,
to start to listen to new albums.
yes, and what about well, oh, nice. The Keepers 1 and 2.
Uh, I started listening to Halloween with 15 years old. It's a strange album, but I like it. And this masterpiece,
The Legacy. Yeah,
Keeper's Legacy,
Keeper's Legacy. That
Gary
contains
King.
the Mr. God. I think is the name of the song. Very crazy.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a very, very good song.
Um. Well, do you have any vinyl of other power band? Maybe I don't know. What is your favorite in your collection of vinyls
Uh,
of any of your bands?
my favorite vinyl is this one, Sgt. Pepper's from Beatles. Was my first vinyl from Beatles I bought, and I listened to this album a lot with my mother. So this is very important for me.
Yes, it's one of, I think when I don't know. Well, I only had in my collection like a few years like a Beatles CD with the number one hits, but I don't know what happened with the CD. But I think the Beatles have a really good songs. All the material of the Beatles is very amazing. Well, have many albums.
Yes, is a band with a short history. I think 15 years, but is an important band. Very, very important band on the rock and roll.
Yes, I think with Elvis, one was one of the have like a big collection of many albums, many discography.
Yes, uh, I have vinyls when they end the Beatles, like John Lennon and Ringo Starr singing along with the end of the Beatles, and Paul McCartney. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, very nice. You have a very nice collection of Beatles and the
Yeah,
singers.
yes, the first one, and with the Beatles, A Hard Day's Night. This version is from Brazil. The name is Os Reis do Yeah Yeah Yeah, but is
Yeah,
the A Hard Day's Night is a different cover.
Yes, well, I think the cover in other countries is like blue, right?
Yes, blue. Here in Brazil is red. Why? I don't know.
Yeah,
uh, but it's well, one of my favorite bands.
yeah, and well, you told me you love the music of Michael Graves.
Yes, I know Michael Graves. I know Misfits first. And I was listening to a band called the Austrian Death Machine. It's a metalcore band. And this band did a cover from I Turned Into a Martian from Misfits. And I was to hear the original song from Misfits. And was very, very crazy album. And I fall in love for Misfits.
Yes, well,
Uh,
in my case, what the same, but I started with I think was I don't know if one well I think was Metallica with the Garaging album or a Fire Inside the EP have a had a cover of Misfits of well in the case of Metallica have
yeah,
Last Carrots, Green Hell, and Die Die My Darling. And in the EP of A Fire Inside is with Halloween.
very cool.
Yes,
Uh, I saw Metallica playing in Misfits. It was very, very nice. Very heavy.
yes,
And I know Michael Graves with this album, American Psycho. Uh, and Famous Monster. And I didn't know the history of Michael Graves. I just think he's played in Misfits, but passing the time, I discovered he play solo career, and I start to listen he album, and very, very good.
yes. That album, those albums are very amazing. Well, in my opinion of Misfits, is well in my case, American Psycho is one of my favorite Misfits album, and well, the sounds of the guitar of Doyle, the drums of Shot, and well, the voice of Michael was it's really amazing the album.
Yes, my favorite music in this album, Dig Up Her Bones. I think he is the most famous music in Michael Graves' era, né?
Yeah,
And let me remember. Okay, Crimson Ghost is the very song, and Walk Among Us, and The Shining. Shining is
yeah,
a very crazy music.
yeah. The Crimson Ghost is like when I hear the first time, it's like it's like it's like dancing years because it's very hardcore, but
Yes, yes,
yeah
it's different.
it's like well it's similar to Dance Come Ripping.
That's come ripping. I think American Psycho is better than Famous Monster. What your opinion about it?
um well I think well the two albums are really amazing,
Really?
it's really important in if you want meet Misfits you need those albums are very amazing. I have in well in my CD collection and my vinyl collection.
Is and I started listening to Michael Graves, and my favorite album is Illusion Park Live, Vireta Park. Is this
Yeah,
same? Yes,
yes, yeah. It's
it is. His
it's a
voice and
really
his guitar is very sentimental, very, very cool.
yes, it's a really good album. With well, the first part of the album is with the live, and after the like a mini EP in Beretta Park with Blackbird. I think other four songs.
Yes,
Yes,
it's
it's
very nice. The first album is very, very cool. He played with Mark Ramone too. It's very,
yes,
very
yes.
nice.
I seen the show with Marky in 2011. Yes, with Marky um and Michael, and was very crazy. I think was one of my of the best concert of my life.
Yeah, I think it's very, very nice.
Yeah.
Here in Brazil, I saw the concert of Michael Graves singing American Psycho and Famous Monster. Was the last show he did here in Brazil before they back for his country. Was very, very nice. Was a great experience.
Yes. Well, and tell me about the well in Brazil. Well, the life with the COVID 19.
I don't understand. Can you repeat?
How is the life with the COVID?
The pandemic?
Yeah, the pandemic.
It's very, very crazy. A lot of death every day. The virus grows up very, very fast here. Or culturing is very, very crazy. Or politics is very crazy. A lot of pigs.
Yeah. Well.
Uh, but I think now it's getting better.
Yeah. Well, in the case of Costa Rica, we will start again with the restriction. Well, the and start again with the with all the restrictions. And well, it's part of the pandemic. But well,
Yeah, here in Brazil too, we have the time to go and back home. We have to use mask, alcohol on hands, and it's very, very strange for us. It's a great problem. I hope it pass, it go away.
yeah.
You back the
um,
concert?
hmm?
To concerts back?
Yes, I want the concerts back. I when I started the pandemic, I ref, I refund my tickets of Rhapsody because the concert was um, postponed. Well, or canceled. Well, I don't know what what happened in that time with the concerts, but I want concerts. It's one of my favorite things in the world. The concerts.
Yes. Uh, Here in Brazil, I go just in two big concerts: Halloween in 2018 and Michael Graves 2019. But is the price is very expensive, and in the state where I live, it don't have big concert. So I have to travel to another states to see, and it gets more money.
Yeah, and tell me about the prices of a ticket in Brazil. Is really expensive a ticket or the price?
Yes, to watch Halloween concert, I expend 650, and to watch Michael Graves 450. It's very, very expensive here. It's impossible to buy the meet and greet like 300, 400. So it's very, very expensive. It's very sad. Impossible
Yeah,
to talk with the members of the band.
yeah, it's similar to with Costa Rica, because in Costa Rica I think the tickets is very expensive, and only the concert of punk is like more cheaper, but well, all the concerts in Costa Rica are expensive.
What's the price?
Well, in the case of Costa Rica, I think the price. Well, in the case of Bad Religion was like eight, 80 $80.
$8. If
$80.
Bad Religion come here in Brazil, the price will 300.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
very sad.
yes, and well, the with the CDs and the album, I think it's more cheaper than Brazil, and you found well CDs or vinyls with the price cheaper in some stores.
you here in Brazil we pay in CD 40 or 50 reais. Vinyl 100 or more, very more. It's used. New stuff is very very difficult to buy. A Misfit album a new vinyl is 600, 500. American Psycho, for example, was 600. Very very expensive.
Yeah. Well, in the case of Misfits, well, I collecting many stuff of Misfits and Michael Graves and dancing, and all the stuff in this moment is very expensive. Like more than I think like 40 $40, and with in the vinyls and many of the CDs are um, disappeared. If you wanna in a store, you can find the CD of the vinyl only in the store of Costa Rica. Find the reissue or remaster edition of Misfits.
I think all my vinyls from Misfit is reedition.
Yes,
I don't have any one original. And the
yes,
American Psycho, I think, is a bootleg. I don't know, but it's very sad to bought by them.
yes. um, and tell me about the well, how is the books in Brazil? You collect books too, right?
Yes, I like to read some books. The price of books here in Brazil isn't too good. It's very good. Uh, we pay $40, 40 reais or coin. Is you can buy used books too with a good price. Our problem with music, important music. Bands like Iron Maiden, the most knowledge bands, you can pay a good price into this, but bands like Misfits that don't exist material here in Brazil is very expensive. Our problem is with music, imported music.
Yeah.
And vinyls here in Brazil is expensive too because they don't have what the name? It don't have industry of vinyl here. It stopped. Everything comes from other countries.
Yes. Well, it's the same of in Costa Rica. If you want a good vinyl, uh, you may be going to buy a European European CD of vinyl.
Yes, it's a problem. Everything comes from another countries too. But we have problem with courier taxes too. It's very expensive here. It's practically the same price of the stuff you bought.
Yeah. And well, my friend, for um, tell me about your favorite top 10 of songs of any band.
Oh, it's difficult to to think, but I think my favorite song is "Keeper of the Seven Keys" from Halloween. It's amazing song. 13 minutes. um, I like Doctor Sting from Halloween. I Turned It Into a Martian from Misfits. Um, Killers from Iron Maiden. Power Slave from Iron Maiden. And everything from Beatles. All the
Yeah,
songs.
yeah,
Dancing, the first album of Dancing is very, very incredible.
yeah. The first album is very crazy. Well, the sounds, because the sounds is really heavy metal album with like a blues
It's a blues
and
battle.
yes, like a blues metal and
Yeah,
some country essence.
it's an album with very, very original song. Very, very different. It's very, very beautiful.
Yeah, I think. Well,
I don't have this album in my collection.
I have here the the box of the third dancing album.
Oh,
Yeah,
incredible.
this is a very limited edition. Is the well the box with the girl and
Yes.
is with CD um oh, and the tape in
Ooh, very nice.
in typing B H S. Yes, and one of my favorites dancing album. The first, the second, and the third are well the like a trilogy of dancing. I think.
Yes, it's very, very crazy albums. All the songs is very good. The, the
Um,
first the first time I heard dancing was in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas PlayStation 2 Mother.
ah, in San Andreas.
Yes, Mother. Yes,
Yeah,
was
yeah,
was
yeah,
that I know dancing.
yeah.
And
I I, I meet to dancing with San Andreas.
very nice.
Yeah, well,
Uh, I know first dancing with San Andreas, and years after I know Misfits. Crazy, crazy. Wow,
yeah,
it's very different kind of song.
Yes. Well, many of the bands. Well, in the case of Rhapsody, Angra, Iron Maiden, I'm meeting two in a video games with Guitar Hero.
Yes, the I played the Guitar Hero too. Black Sabbath, a lot of good songs in the game.
Yes. Many of the children of those years meet the bands with the video games.
Yes. I remember when I play in my PlayStation 1 Nightmare Creatures and played Rob Zombie in the opening of the game. Do you remember?
Yeah,
Nightmare Creatures too. There are a lot of good music, good times.
yeah. And well, in the PC One, the soundtracks of the game of Tony Hawk's because have many nice punk music and rock.
Yes, a lot of punk bands. Tony Hawk is a great game too.
And tell me, what is your favorite punk band?
I think it's Misfits.
Yeah,
It is the best. I love the the Misfits. The lyrics, the sound is very original.
yeah. Have
But I
many.
like Ramones, Bad Religion, The Clash, uh, Ratos de Porão. Here in Brazil, they're a band with this name. I don't know if it's here. One, it's a Brazilian band.
Nice, nice. Well, I hear about a band of Brazil. It's called Ratos of Porão, or something like that.
Yeah, as is this one. It's very nice band. Yeah. Very phasing punk rock and thrash metal too. They're they're two phases.
Yeah. And bro, to finish, do you want to send some ratings or something to friends or any person?
I think you have some friends here from Brazil watching. Thank you everybody, and I'm very happy to be here with you, talking about music. It was an honor. Thank you, and a
Uh,
greeting from Brazil for Costa Rica people.
yeah, thank you, bro, for you stay here with me, and you have a many amazing collection.
Oh, thanks. Your collection is very nice too.
And well, I read the comments. Well, I have I think many of your friends comments the the video. Well, I have Poeta Rubeiro Dantas, King Crowley, Gustavo Ribeiro,
Gustavo
Joao Souza,
Ribeiro, my best friend here from Brazil.
and Leonardo Marquez. Yeah,
Another best friend. He's living in another state. Thanks for watching.
yes, greeting to all these friends of Joao, and well, well, Gustavo Ribeiro said the Power Wolf is an excellent band of power metal. Yes, it's very nice, but it's really different than other bands.
Power Wolf
Yeah, Power Wolf.
is his favorite band. Is a great band. I start to listen because Gustavo, but I don't hear them a long time. But it's a very nice band.
Yes, yes. Well, my friend, was a honor to spend this time with you. I think maybe in a future we'll see you in maybe here in Costa Rica or in Brazil if I wanna travel.
Yes, I hope it happens.
Yes, my
Would
bro.
be a very, very cool thing
And
when
what?
the pandemic stops.
Yeah, bro. Well, my bro. Thanks for the interview, and I. You have a great day today.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, bro.
Bye. To the next. See you soon.
See you soon.